Seeds Resilience is a project working with 5 national gene banks in Africa. A lot of their collections are sourced from farmers, but often gene banks don't work directly in sharing their collections with farmers. So what Seeds Resilience does is link these gene banks back to the farmers to raise awareness of the gene bank collections and help farmers feed back about the varieties that they are interested in.
These are people who have been cultivating bambara over the years, but now have come together to test what we are bringing from the gene bank and actually select what they would like to keep.
So bambara groundnut is a little bit like a cross between a peanut and a bean. It's particularly grown in West Africa as a dependable crop and a way of getting protein when other crops might fail.
Bambara groundnut is able to produce grains on marginal soils. So as a food security crop, farmers have kept it and handed it over from generations to generations. It's something that is so dear to them.
In Ghana, most farmers grew maybe 1 or 2 different varieties, but through working with the project, these farmers now have access to around 20 varieties.
The farmers were able to select accessions that were resistant to the rot, that were able to withstand the drought, and most especially, they were able to select accessions that they could harvest for fresh consumption. Amongst the 20, 5 of them was selected and they've multiplied the seeds for larger production.
Libga is a small farming community. Our income-ending crop, our target is the jute mallow at this moment.
Jute mallow is one of the indigenous leafy vegetables here. Farmers have been used to a specific variety over a long period of time, and the older ones are sort of lost into the system. And so what the gene bank has done over the years is make sure they are conserved. These seeds were introduced to farmers.
We got about 20 different accessions of jute mallow from the gene bank, and then we evaluated them with the farmers in 2 communities. Through that, the farmers selected some accessions that they thought were promising in terms of the leaf shape, the plant architecture. They could feel the sliminess of the leaves, which is a key trait. They also saw others were more robust in terms of their adaptation to the environment. So it was nice for the farmers to know that there are several options that they can cultivate depending on things that the farmers are interested in.
Sorghum over the years has become neglected both by research and policy, but we are now trying to promote the production of sorghum because sorghum is an important food security crop. It's hardy, it's drought tolerant, and it has a lot of health benefits. Over the years, we have seen a lot of changes in the climatic conditions, and where there's inadequate rainfall, farmers are still able to harvest sorghum. So we are seeing farmers increasingly adopting sorghum as a way of fighting climate change.
So in Kenya, farmers were able to visit demonstration plots and review a huge range of sorghum diversity for traits they might want for cooking or for growing.
So this is a sorghum demonstration field established by the National Gene Bank of Kenya. We have about 200 different types of sorghum. As you can see, we have the red sorghum, we have the brown sorghum, we have the white sorghum, and about 50 accessions have been selected by farmers. Farmers mostly prefer the red sorghum because it's rarely attacked by birds. Farmers usually prefer the early maturing accessions because that helps them to beat the problem of climate variability. We have a lot of diversity in terms of panicle size, plant height. Farmers prefer the short and the medium plants. So we have been able to restore some of the accessions that the farmers have lost over the years. We visited the Mamananguru women group. This is one of the groups that we have worked with over the last 3 years.
The Gene Bank has made us know that we can plant different varieties of sorghum that can be used to make different food items like chapatis, snacks like mandazi, like samosas, main meal like maenjere, ugali, and we can make popcorns out of the white variety.
That shows you the large potential that sorghum has as an income generating crop in addition to supporting food security.
This is the mandazi, African sorghum.
I'm serving the sorghum porridge in a traditional calabash Nyami, ready to go.
Sorghum, it's a staple meal for the community as a whole. I eat sorghum, I live sorghum.
When I joined the Genebank, this was my dream of how a Genebank can work directly with the farmers.
It's nice to break out of the norm. The farmers can decide to look for a trait or something interesting, and then they go directly to the Genebank and ask for these seeds.
Farmers were clearly excited. They were interested and they wanted to be part of this whole process of selection and sharing of diversity.
And so being able to get the farmers on board, it gives us a sort of a motivation to continue to work harder at the Genebank.
The nice thing about making this link between the farmers and the Genebanks is that farmers can continue to draw on the whole range of varieties at the Genebank.
It's a great model because it makes sure that the materials don't just lie in the Genebanks like museums.
We're not just doing a project here, we're setting a long-term vision.
The end game of all this is to ensure that these varieties are readily available and ensure that our farmers get the right variety that they need to plant.